channel. And firstly, the fact you are here tells me that you need something. If you are new to my channel, can you hit this notification button right now? Subscribe, please subscribe, and do what? On the notification bell. Today I will show you something which was very fantastic, fast and quick. Go get your biro and your paper. And let me show you what we're looking at today. A glance that will come back at that. You look at the first thing we're looking at here today, we'll be looking at your elevator pitch in details. We're looking at how you should go about it. We're looking at the steps you should take. Now we're looking at the summary. We're looking at your financial plan, meaning your financial aspect of your plan, how you should go about it according to what Shagun taught last time. We'll break everything down. I'm going to walk you through everything, your income statement. I'll walk you your cash flow statement. Like it's massive today. So go get your biro and paper. Let's do what? Let's dive into all this I've said. I will share with you quickly. But in a nutshell, let me reiterate what we're going to look at today so you should understand it. One, we'll be looking at the elevator pitch video upload, what you should have and what you should say in your what? Elevator pitch video, and how you should do the upload, the time, the minute, the seconds, and everything. So we're looking at the financial report recapping according to what was taught some days ago. Please, this program is very competitive. As such, you should take everything said to heart and act on it swiftly and spontaneously. And by my first video, I talked about in this game, you must be what? You must gain speed. You must be proactive, not reactive. Then let's look at the other thing we're looking at today. Let's dive in. But before that, there's announcement. I'm going to give a very big announcement. Some of us know what was said in this session, but I'm still going to reiterate it and just explain so that some of us that was not there, maybe network issues, some of us that was having heartbreak, that refused to come online during the session, some of us that was asking for urgent 2K, some of us that was somewhere doing another thing, that you know attend the club, but let me re-announce for you. Don't worry. Let's go. The first thing Ibuku said was this, that the model system will be closed on Sunday, which is a few days from today. As such, everyone is encouraged to quickly go run up or wrap up what you are doing. Don't procrastinate. Ensure you get good scores, 90 and above. But if there's no 90, our advice, if you still have the chance to retake your questions, can you go and retake it? Then if there's no chance and you are below 90 or 80, I would advise ensure you do the collateral damage upgrade through your business plan and your pitch video. Because at times, scores are not a true test of knowledge. I understand that. I'm a trainer, I'm a business coach and a consultant. I know that it's not by scoring us. At times, practical. People know this thing practically, but because it's written form, they tend to, maybe something happen, understand. The next thing she said again was that the next phase of participants that will qualify for the pitching video and business summary upload will be contacted directly by this sending them an email. So watch out for your email. Please check your spam messages, your bulk messages. In case you're not getting email on time, kindly keep checking that your junk, JUNKC, junk, your spam message. Please refresh that aspect. Go to your junk, delete all those things. Go to your spam, delete all those things so that when an email comes, you can easily see it. Not the truth. And then she now talked about also what are the metrics that will be used, the criteria that will be used to measure these things. Number one, she talked about the performance scores that will be used. Now, performance scores will be a cumulative of your model system scores, your summary, your business summary pitch scores, your video pitch scores, and your total representation score of how you did and done some things, and you are still doing those things. Then the third one, the second point, he said, the second matrix that will be used for shortlisting candidate this time will be partners' requirements, such as what do the partners want or how do they want it? Like what? You now realize that people like Google partner with Elumelu Foundation early last year, late last year, early this year. So those people have their own requirements. Okay, well, out of these 5,000 people you're going to give this money to, will they be sponsoring 500 of them? But these are the requirements we want for them to meet, because our value proposition or our offer of training is totally different from that of the TF. But we want to partner with so we can reach more African entrepreneurs. Why? Because Elumelu Foundation has the credibility over time that fund given to them are not being mismanaged. That's why I see they have big audit firms like the Dutler, the PwC to come and help them audit the disbursement. That is the level of transparency. So these partners, like the EU partnership they have, Antonio was in the US like 2 months ago. All these partners have, they just like say, you want to give me something to help you do. You have what you have in mind already. Abraham, please kindly, before you give anybody this call, ensure that the first thing the person do, the person is able to meet up to this criteria. That is partner. The third one that we're looking at, metrics that will be used for shortlisting candidates will be gender balancing. Now, in my first video, remember I showed you the percentage of the high level of male and female that applied for the last year's own. Then we're looking at this, okay, how many men actually are applying for this? Are they up to the women, or are women up more than men? So how do we balance the gender in this country, in this region, in this aspect? So there are various phases of gender balancing that we're going to do. But that aside, remember that's why I'm saying that you must be top notch. You must be at the very best of the best of the best. Then English like that. But shall I know what I mean? That will be best. And show you on the top. So good. The fourth one will not be what? Regional differences. This program is a Pan-Africa program. So as such, everybody in Africa, in most of the African countries are applying for this. And because the population of these countries are not evenly distributed by nature, let me say God, like Nigeria, we are 220 million population. So African countries are smaller than us. But I understand not everybody in Nigeria would apply. But as such, you expect, you know what it means there. Having a population that is 220 million and a country that is having about 50 million, the application process will always be higher than, Nigerians will be higher than others. So at such, if they are to go with that, remember that only Nigerians will take everything. So they'll not bring this fourth one that, so let's balance it. Do we say the higher the country population and application, the lower chances they get in qualifying? The lesser the country population, the higher the people will take from there. Please, I don't say you should go and get visa or passport and jackpot and go to some small Africa country because you want to qualify. You can't change your nationality. Me and you, we are Nigerians. Me and you, we are Ghanaians. Me and you, we are Zimbabwe. Me and everybody, stay and answer your country name. So let's continue. So these are one other thing that we'll look at again. The next one we're looking at, the list of shortlisted. And just so that the people that will be shortlisted, they are going to do what? Paste their name on the general notice board in the TF Connect. So please ensure you go there and check the board from time to time. Then the other number, your business summary page should be no more than 2. I know in my former video, I said I worked with what was given because it was 4-page summary. But now I'm being a bit surprised. So how do we fill everything into 2 pages? It's going to be tough. But I believe we can play around it in this session and see what we can achieve. So let's now go on. Let's start with the elevator pitch. Now, as a consultant and a business coach, I've worked with business owners over the years. I tell people all the time is this, and which they said in Tony Elumelu Foundation over time is that elevator pitch should be brief and straight to the point. Assuming you're meeting somebody in the elevator, now they say elevator pitch. That is it. Elevator means escalate. They are in the maybe to a first, like say, you see me now. I walked into an elevator. You're standing here. I'm standing here. What can you tell me quickly if I get to the 3rd floor? That's an elevator pitch. Meaning you must be fast. You must be precise. You must be accurate in what you are telling me. Let's say we are from the 0th floor, go to the 3rd floor. Between that few minutes, what can you give me? What is that hook you can use to cook that person. Some people want to have interest in what you are doing. That elevator pitch. Now, I'm looking at the first one as taught into Elumelu. That's why I want to get exact slide so that I should not go to Zimbabwe and I start thinking that Mr. Sabinus trying to invest in your brain. No, let's do the one they give to us. So we're looking at the first one. You say your story and the problem. Please, when it's time for you to do your video, please get something that is pathetic, so that have empathy, so that like, not so that they make them pity you. Just now, what is the story? What is your why for starting that business? That's what it simply means. What is your why? Why did you started it in the first instance? I'm going to say because of money. Try just look for one kind, just, I'm not saying you should do it, but you know what I'm talking about. Just look for something that is captivative. Should be something related to actual, like now, I have a poultry farm. My opening is this. Years ago, my grandmother had heart attack, and really, the doctor prescribed that because she took too much red meat, which affected her respiratory system. So he advised that we should be taking more. She should be taking more of white meat, of which chicken meat was recommended to her because chicken meat is white meat. But because we don't have money to rear this chicken, to buy chicken every day, we decided to start rearing chicken in our house. With me, Abraham, as the chief commander of chicken rearing in the village. But today, God don't bless us, don't get small change. I came to the city because of my passion for that and knowing that chicken meat is better than red meat. And me not having a farm to produce more chicken meat will be okay for people that have blood pressure and other blood diseases, or people that want to stay away from red meat. This is why I'm having a poultry farm. To what? Create job. It's good for people to eat because it's healthy. And this is the main reason of doing it. But the story will not be this long, but you just know this is the pitch, this is the entry. So if you want to be in an elevator right now, you're like, oh, really? Okay, tell me more about it. So many from a tender age, you've had interest in this. Oh, cool. Tell me more about it. That's what it means by what? Your story. Say what? Your motivational story should start, or for starting a business could be personal or experience around the business. What does this mean? Maybe you are into fashion. You realize that first, you give, tailors. Sorry, if you're watching me and you're a fashion designer, you're a handwork, fear those people. A tailor will tell you, come tomorrow morning. They'll tell you that it's only beads, that it's only this button that is remaining. Or more. 2 weeks, you won't get it. So you can say, okay, well, I have always had eye in fashion. But what now made me go into pure fashion sewing or as tailoring? Because I wanted to come and correct the error of tailors not meeting up to the how, by ensuring I don't take more clients more than what I already have. And as such, I've created a waiting list. I mean, if you want me to sew your clothes for you, and if I'm fully booked for that month, I'll explain to you that I'm fully booked for you to come next month. But if you want it express, you need to pay extra charges for it to be done. This is the error I'm coming to correct in the fashion, in the sewing industry, because fashion is about dressing nice. That can be your story. So ensure you have a killing opening. The next one about value proposition, the solution you are offering the target market and the unique selling point. Your unique selling point simply remain, and it is, what is that thing that distinguishes you from your competitors? Because all problems are the same, but the approach to those problems differs. So they're asking you now, so I've heard you. So Abraham, this is the story told by your grandmother. So what do you now do? For now, we are ensuring that we are creating enough white chicken meat babes, chicken meat chopping. So chicks and chicken through producing, because one of the other problems is that from my studies, 70% of what we consume as chicken meat, turkey in Nigeria, my country, is imported. And these things have chemical preservation, which come into the system and is dangerous. So we now creating and producing our own white meat chicken through boilers egg and layers and turkey. Now, we increase the production, the gross domestic product of my home country. That is my value point. That is what make me start it. Now, what is now my unique selling point? To ensure that we meet the what our client demand. So you go look at it. What is that thing that you feel you can come in and do differently? That's what they are talking about in this place. Now, traction. The traction should not be what achievement have you recorded so far, e.g., revenue, partnership, successful project, raise fund, research, results, and created impact. Everybody, investors and everyone want to invest on something that's already on motion. That is not to say you that's watching this video right now that's about to start, that you just have an idea stage, can't win. But please, after now, go back and start investing in that your brainchild. I call it a brainchild. Like my companies today, I have a facility management company, a clinic company, and a consulting company. All this I started in the year 2014. All this now from what I know as my brainchild. They are growing. So you on your own part, I'm asking you, so I'm trying to look at something in my window to avoid then come and carry me here. I'm just kidding. So what exactly is your traction? What is your track record? What can you say is what you've started with? Okay, I want to go into digital marketing. Thus far, I already have a laptop and I have 3 clients I'm working with right now. These are their Instagram handles I'm managing. That is your traction. I'm a fashion designer. Thus far, I've been learning in so and so fashion, and I've been able to buy one sewing machine for myself. That's the traction. So there is something you must have been doing, because you can't say you want to start a business and you just only in your head, the moment you want me to give you a $5,000 now. The Bible will say, could it work? It's not going to work. So there is something you can prove that something from you that you've put into that thing as your own equity contribution for that. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at now your acts. After you've told me your story, you not to me, this is what differentiates me from the with other people. They're not okay, this is what I've been able to achieve. So what do you want me to do for you? That is the asks they're talking about here. Your ask will not be what you need and the potential result if granted. So they want to know this $5,000 you're looking for. When they give it, you want to jackpot? You want to go and get passport? Let me show you. Let me brag, I have a visa. If you like this. You want to go and get a visa and jackpot away from Nigeria? They want to know. So how do you want to use this money? These are the questions they're asking for. I know you're right, or more. So all these things in 2 minutes, in 3 minutes, your understanding of all these things will make you be able to put this thing in 3 or 2 minutes. This is for what? The key element for your elevator pitch. You can watch this video and take it step by step. Let's go on to the next one. And during this session, the facilitator brought this up and said, these are things, general tips about pitching. Ensure a well lit space and clean background. When you want to do your video, please don't go and stay where Iyabo Ishati or Benny Kiloshele or Musa Ishati Kai or Chinedu Ishati Unabia. No, please stay in short. Your background should be serene, should be good. Sometimes I was privileged to see on the video that some people did for pitching or more. Let me eat this thing first. It was bad. Here's somebody who carry phone. Hello, my name is Ibrahim Rukbi. I am a business owner. I want you to support my business. I see you are pitching. You're not pitching, no. You're trying to look at yourself in the mirror of your phone. To know how you talk. Oh, you need to get a serene environment. I'm not saying you're going to rent a hotel, but the background should be very okay to show that, yes, this person, because I'm meeting for the first time as a judge. You should be able to prove to me that, yes, you what we want to give to you. Then speak audibly. Not in English. And speak audibly with confidence and authority. Don't be rude. Don't say, hey, Brown, I'll be confident. No. Speak audibly. Thank you very much, first and foremost, for giving this privilege to be part of this. 2 seconds on Komoto. Then, as a way for me to create value in the recycling or in the gas sector, I decided to, I understand some of us are camera shy. I understand some of us can't speak audibly. But please, for this very one, if you want me to guide you through, I have a session I'm going to be doing for that. It's not free. No, it's not free. If you chat me up, somebody in my office is going to reach you, and we'll have a one-on-one coaching session like this. I can guide you through on what to do, how to keep the elevator pitch high. People want to see confidence in what you do. You can have a poultry farming back home. A simple thing. We have 4,000 laying beds, and every day we have 25 crate production with 6 bags of feed being consumed every day. And as such, we're putting our egg at 1,700 per crate. With our market audience currently right now, with a loyal customer, about 50 customers that come to our farm every day. To you, have that not make sense? Not, we have a poultry farm. The farm is still growing, but I'm so sure if they give me this money, with the grace of God and with self-discipline, I am sure I will be able, and my people, to ensure the money is not wasted. I laugh you. Your village people, they worry you. They pursue you. They don't catch you. So as such, what do? Come out with confidence. Speak clearly. Gotta see face front of. Before I start speaking like this, I used to be camera shy. This was my video they are seeing. I used to be shy. Stay in front of the mirror and do rehearsal. Write that thing in a paper. Oh, my mirror is this way. Maybe you're not seeing my mirror. Good. Okay, you see my mirror down there. Let me show you something so you can see. I might be fine, I might not be me. Stand in front of the mirror like this. Start saying it. Do it for 3 days. Do it for 4 days. Then stand in front of your camera and give them a piece of your mind to win that $5,000. You can do it. Yes, I know you can do it. So the next one now is what? Use assentive words. Avoid words like trying. Remember I said that before. Probably. I said you're inside the toilet. Don't use that kind of word. Like, basically, literally, all these words point to one thing. You don't know what you're doing. So what do? You must ensure you use affirmative words. We have been able to achieve, after a period of while, this is what we are doing. Don't use the word trying. Trying means you are, no. Thus far, we've been able to grow our business by 5%. And our projection is by December 2022, must have grown by 15%. Currently, right now, I'm a fashion designer who do ready to wear Ankara. Every day for the past, from January to date, we have been able to sell close to about 300,000 naira with a projection of 2 million naira by the end of December, broken down into monthly target, weekly target, daily target, and quarterly target. This is how you speak. Not, we're into Akara, dying. So we believe that we are, thus far, we are trying to see if we can get more clients because the Nigeria is very competitive. We thought that some of the delegates that they gave money to in the last primaries, they will come and buy for us. So our target is I want to try and relocate to the city center so where people can see us. Can you hear yourself speak? If you are thinking of that kind of thing, don't watch my video. If you see you watch my video, I'll come to your house. I'll carry this, my earpiece, and come and flog you. If you don't watch my video, I'll flog you. I bet you're flogging your dream. This I'm the one that came to flog you. So let's continue. The name of the Lord, demonstrate solution, product to what? Make your video. That's to say, if you already have things doing, if you see my own video pitch, you say like, oh, more. I carry egg, I carry chicken. You will show them. But those of us that don't have these things, don't worry. You're just starting. But then if you don't have products to show or service to show what you are doing, please don't worry. Just go gather confidence. So demonstrate. Let's say you are selling this. Come out and say, well, this is what we are selling. The goal is for us to sell this at €3. Oh, shit. The goal is for us to sell this at 2 naira or 2 cedis of $1. And this is picked hand fresh from the farm. And the goal, once we get this €5,000, I'll get $5,000, we'll be able to take this to the next level by reaching more markets. This is what it means by demonstrate product. Please, if you are selling gun, don't carry gun and face your camera. You know? If you are selling coffee, please don't show the coffee, please. Also, we have casket for sales. Thank you. So let's go to the next one. Then, do it this way. Your story, your solution, your traction, and acts. I'll not read these stories, but I've just told you in the beginning. Your story, your solution, your traction, and then acts. Then also how you started. Then I said, remember about your why. Now tell us, what exactly are you doing to solve the why? Now tell us, now what have you done so far so that we can know where to help you from? Now, how much do you need? Chicken. Let's go to the next one. Summary. The summary, I said, the more critical the problem is, the more likely you're going to get attention. You know, there's a generic answers to things and there's a specific answer to things. How are you doing? We are pushing. How are you doing? I'm fine. I'm optimistic that tomorrow will be fantastic. It's a two different response. So you go back and look at your business where what solution are you actually solving? How do you intend to ensure that these things are well done? These are questions you should ask yourself from time to time. Now we're looking at ensure your business idea. Ensure your business idea portrays economic sustainability. Like I have a farm, I have a cleaning company, and I have a consulting. Now it clearly stood that my farm is giving to a large extent economic sustainability. Yours is that, are you a fashion designer? Good. So how is your fashion bringing into economic sustainability? What does it mean? Is it futuristic? Is it achievable? What can they achieve at the end of the day using your product or your services? This is what it simply means by sustainability, the job you create. Now, if this job come out, will they be able to do what? We'll be able to create more jobs for people to work with us in our team. These are what they want to see. Then ensure your business idea portrays, we've talked about that. Ensure to dress appropriately with your video clear and audible. Thank you. I've seen some pitch video. I'm wondering, do you even know that you're doing a pitch video? Some of our auntie, you carry net, air net. Some people carry air net and put and come to say the front of the video. No, except the air net you are using is what you are selling. Please, before I did this video now, I went to go and brush my hair. I took my bath, although I'm going out after this video. This time, boy, I rub powder for just to present to you. They now say, who want to give me money? I know we're ready with them. I will ready wear. So please look decent. Go get one of your good clothes. Just put it on. For your videos, let me get something. I have something in my hand here. Good. For your video, look for who have a tripod. If you don't have a camera, so that instead of you holding it like this and your hand is shaking, look for somewhere and put your camera very well and use it. Or you get something to, or you have someone that has kind of tripods. Like this is my own tripod I use for my videos when I'm not in the office. This kind of one, you can use this because this gives your phone balance so you can stand and deliver. I've seen some little pitch video as a judge. You see, the video will be shaking like this. He isn't shouting behind. And you are doing a pitch video. No, please. Remember I said in my first video, discipline is very important. You need to be disciplined doing this video. Dress well. Women, don't dress and show us your red bra or your green bra. Nobody cares about that. Guys, nobody cares about that your dusty hair that look like forest in your chest. Dress properly well. Comb your hair. Comb. Do like this. Breathe down and deliver. Then I say what? If you are not selected, it does not mean us and I just last minute hope, making all verse. If you're not selected, it does not mean that, it not necessarily mean that you did not do well. Yes, rejection is part of the game. You must understand this thing. But you should be able to accept it when these things happen. So if you're not selected, me, I'm not selected for a while, for a long time, not for a while. But I've gotten all that grants. I'm doing well. But every day I fill any of my application here where I am based or back home in Nigeria, I still learn every day. I apply for Yali, they don't call me. I apply for Nelson Mandela, they don't call me. I apply for Nizen Microfinance Bank at home, they don't call me. But every day I feel those things, I understand my business very well. But all these things is not up to you winning. These are just like, you know what, first, second, third, who did it again? Fifth. Okay, don't worry, we understand you are there. That's what I'm trying to do. So let's go to what? I believe if you have any questions or anything, write it on the comment section. Remember to subscribe to my channel. I beg you, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I'll come your house, open your brain like this, remove everything I don't teach you, lock and back, carry and come my house. So yeah, so please subscribe. Thank you. Let's continue there. I appreciate you. So let's look at what your financials. Under these financials, Shegun says something very fantastic. Who are the people that need your financials? I'm an accountant by profession. I'm practicing. I'm still working as an accountant. One thing I feel is that whatever that is not measurable, whatever that is not quantifiable is not measurable. What do I mean by that? This is quantifiable. As such, what does it mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm trying to quantify it. Can I not measure this? Yes, I can measure it. But if I not take everything like this, chromosome, and say everything here should be measured, I can't do that. So that's why your financial plan comes in to help you quantify what you have and make it measurable in numbers, which now come about your profitability and your productivity. So the first people, who are the people that need your financial plan? Your partners. You don't want to partner, or you want to know, so what exactly are you doing? That's why you need your financial reports. You're looking at your management staffs. Your staff, how do you operate your business? After I'm going to show you mine in my farm. Permit me to do that now. So let me bring you here now. Sorry. So like in my own business, these are my financial reports. This is my permanent farms. P&L account for May. We're in June now. I asked my accountant to always do it. You could see what we have here in my farms now. This is for January. In January, let me show you what we did in my farm. We made a loss of 89,000 naira in the farm because we're just starting to, we brought new bears and disease. So you see expense for feed, expense for boiler feed, transportation, drug and vaccine, maintenance expense, return, right? I don't know. Okay. Rentage, to rent things, then salary and benefits, security, management training, kerosene, bank, all these forms are financial reporting. So you could see it for May. Now, total sales of egg in my farm in May was 879,000. Then while in April is 700, it dropped down. Then in May is 922,000. Then now we are in June, there's no report. This is part of the financial reporting. I'm able to do this because I'm an accountant and I have fantastic team back home helping me do this work. So if you look at this place, can you permit me to bring this one up again, start from the beginning? So your financial reporting now is simply asking you to do what? Tell us, how is your business faring? I am not in your business every day, but from your financial report, I can easily sniff and tell if the business is doing well. That is what it means. Then staffs, present and future. Now, just like in my company back home, my staffs are so comfortable because they could see that we are making progress every month. We're making progress every year. So this financial report is important to this. But I know you're wondering, I never won't start. Which report am I going to do? Yes, you can do it. Those your expenses, you can be classifying them every day. You might not have a corporate account, but please go and open a second account in your name and name that your business account. Remove ATM, remove internet banking. In 2013-12, before I registered my company in 2014, what was I doing? I went to go and open an account in one of the banks in Nigeria I don't like. That bank QD. That bank, the whole nation, anyway, we must see queue. The bank, other people, they use this door when they make me, you welcome to the bank, they're in the road. Those banks, their door, they open, I will not call the bank name. They open it like this. Inside ATM queue, inside the bank queue. I went to that bank and go and open an account there. That's my business account. But then I think of the queue, the stress, the struggle, or the money in the account. So you can go and open an account in your name. If you don't have the resources to open a business account or register a business account, but I don't think you don't, because to register a business name is 11,000, 25,000 naira. Depending on the law that is doing it for you. To register a proper company, limited liability company, is about 50K. Me and you know, for the guys, you, John, Akin, Obina, Musa, who again, call their name Lonyard, you that is watching me, you give me some babe, urgent 2K that's more than 100,000 this year. You auntie, the data you've bought, the American you've bought is more than 100K. That is what you can use to register what? Your limited liability company with 1 million share capital. I'm not talking about we are here, so I'm here to come and make you feel, yeah, but let's continue. So these are the things, these are areas you need in your financials. Then who we need again? The banks and partners and financial partners. Maybe you want to apply for a bank loan, or maybe you need something in your business that requires. They want to see your financials. What have your transactions been showing? Then the government and tax. Like in back home in Nigeria, our VAT is 7.5% for VAT. While withholding tax is subjective to the transaction that is being done. I will explain to you. VAT is value added tax. As such, let's say you are buying this, for example, it goes for 4 euros. I keep saying euros, sorry, please. It goes for 5 naira or 1,000 naira. This very one, what happened? There's a value added tax to this already, which will be remitted to the government that will be used for infrastructural development for the country. That is on that topic. If they're using, they're not using it, they're not using it now, then you know what they are doing. They leave that off on that day. So this now form your VAT, you are to remit every month. On the 21st of every month, you should do your filing back to the government. Now, your WHT is known as withholding tax, which is subjective from 2% down to 10% and above. Your employer, the person that is contracting your job, you have the power to deduct it from at source and remit to the government on your behalf. Now using your TIN, which is your tax identification number, just the way you have your social security code number. Just the way you have your social security code number like this, or just the way you have your NIM number. So your BVN. So in your business, your TIN, tax identification number, is seen as your NIN for your business to track what your tax expenses and every other thing. The investors, this is where to Elumelu for in. Remember, we're talking about who are the people, who are the persons that need, who are the persons that need what? That needs your financials. Why do you want to see your financials? This is what we are talking about. Now, investors, Elumelu is trying to invest or would love to invest the sum of $5,000 into your farm. So I say farm, into your business. So they want to know what have you been doing and how should it go. Now, this forms everything around your business. Then your customer and supplies. I believe I've explained this clear to you. Let's move to the next one. Then the next one, what? Shengun talked about what? The value books. For those of us that were there that day, he said what? Income statement. Income statement simply represent and talk about your cash flow in your business. How much money is coming? How is it broken down? Before now, your income statement used to be your P&L, which I showed you just now in my farm. Now, let me go back to what I do in my business. Good. This like this, your P&L, for those of us that are accountants, we know what the changes is now. Here we use P&L. Yeah, profit and loss statement for the month of January. But now it's not all your income statement. There you could see your revenue from boilers, 444,000. Sales of egg, 131,000. Sales of old layers, we don't have that. Sales of dump, 62,000. Revenue from yam, we have a yam farm, 18,000. Then in February, we don't have boilers in our farm. We sold them out. They now realize that our egg sales moved from 131,000 to what? To 849,000 naira sales. Now it has captured that as income. While our dump moved from 62,000 naira to 32,000 naira. There was a decline because we're not giving them, there's something supposed to do. We could not sell enough dump. The one in the month of March, our production, our sales moved from 847,000 to 800, and it grew with what? 40,000 naira extra. Then in April, it declined, meaning it dropped from 800 to 733,000 because we had a lot of mortality in the farm called heat. The bears were having heat and they died off. This is what your financial. Now, the way I'm explaining to you, don't you like it? So this is what, I know you might be asking, now I don't have an accountant who is going to help me do this particular thing. That is why you need someone to guide you through it. If you need anyone, I can be there for you, but it's not free. I will charge you. Sorry, don't be angry. But let's continue. So you need someone that will guide you through in this aspect. And now they're like your balance sheet. The balance sheet simply shows what? Your assets, your liquidity ratios, your liabilities. Balance means balancing the sheet. Just the way you eat, you chew. Let me put that in my mouth. You eat bread, you drink tea, you take mayonnaise. All these things will balance in your stomach and you shit it out. That's balance sheet. I'm just kidding. But balance sheet may show the state of your business, your liabilities, which are the money you're holding your customers, your assets, what are the things that are owned in your business. This is what it covers at the end of the day. Then what? Your cash flow statement. How do money come in and out of your business? How many times do you order for your raw materials? How much sales do you make in a day? How much sales do you make in a month? All these are the things that end up forming your bank statement and everything. The way you now look at all this, now realize that at the end of the day, you should not be able to what? Understand how to prepare your financials. This is what the Elumelu Foundation is talking about. This is what Shengo means when he said that you are to do what? When he said that you are to provide this 4-value book. Then I say equity change documents. Say you have a director or you have an investor that came into your business. This simply means and says that you should have a clear track on how this money is coming in. Who owns what in your business and who does not own anything in your business. This is what it means. Let's fire on. Then at this point, he talked about also, we're looking at your general business, common technologies. Every business have an asset. For those of you that are on my channel right now, please, I'm telling you, let me take a break. Subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed to my channel, all these things you've learned, you forget it. Amen. Let's continue. So your assets are those things you use for your business. Like in my cleaning company, we have this cleaning machine. We have scrapers. We have tools used for cleaning. In my farm, we have battery cage. We have solars. We have guest house. We have feeders. We have drinkers. All these things form our assets. Meaning they take more than 12 months to be able to convert to what? Cash. Their lifespan is more than 12 months. There's a video I'm going to drop in this session, how to write a financial plan. It's down there. I'm going to drop it for you. Don't worry, it's free. You will not pay. Then you'll not be looking at what? Your liabilities. Your liabilities are those things your business own third parties. Liabilities can be seen as things that, let's say, your creditors, how much are you owing them? Things that are less than 12 months, that they are liquid. They are not, anything can happen to them. Those are your liabilities. Things that when you think of in your business, So I'm stealing that man money. Most companies have liabilities. No company is free from liability. Just the way you are in your house where you stay, you have a liability to pay your rent. Your phone, you are into what it's the data you paid. You bought that data, but with time, it will soon expire. You now have a liability to go and buy a new recharge card or a top-up card to continue communications. Those are liabilities. I'm not going to detail of what are broken down of liabilities. Now, cost versus total expense. Your cost of sales, this means cost of goods sold. What does it cost you? What does it cost you to do what? Produce what you are selling. Direct cost is there, indirect cost is there, such as your staff salary. People, let's say you are into sewing of jacket. Sorry, second, please. Sorry. I'm not going to say he was doing video when he got frozen and died. So please, what we're saying is that your cost of goods sold simply, it means what? What exactly is the input to get your output? You went to go and buy raw materials. What did you put in it? What are the costs incurred in that raw materials before you were able to produce your bread? Let's say you have a bakery. This now you bought this nylon, you have your flours, you have your butter, you have your brand labeling, you have those that come and package it. Everything amounts to what? Your cost of production. Then that will now determine how much profit you have to add to this. That will now cost what? Your profit margin. So that's how you come in there. Then your net gross profit. Remember, I'm talking from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. Your net gross profit, then after removing all expenses. Let us go back to my own again, my farm own. After removing all expenses, this guy is not responding now. Okay, good, thank you, it has come up. So after removing all expenses, what exactly is now your net profit? Let's come here now. Good. Let's come to, let me look for something. Your net profit or your net loss can come in two ways. So let's take this now. Remember, we're talking about cost of sales. This is total revenue we got. Cost of sales, how much did it cost us to get this egg sold? Talking about feed, and talk about your expenses. Under these expenses, you now come here now and put what? Layer feed. We bought feed for our bed, 552,000 naira. Total expense for the month was 12,000. Maintenance expense was 28,000. Renting with not anything. Then staff salary is just people that stay in my farm. 53,000 naira. We don't do telecommunication costs. Security expense, we don't have security in the farm. People around, we have a group security in the farm area. Management expense, that is 30,000 naira. Total bank charges, those POS charges you get in your, when you do transactions, it falls in there. The total expenses for the month was 600 and what? 76,570,000 minus 800 and let me do this. You see now, good. You could see that this minus this now give us what? Look at the calculations now. You can see now, this total gross profit minus total expense will now give us our total earnings. That is how you calculate it. I'm telling that because I told you the way I teach in my sessions, those of you that have followed me for a very long time know that I teach practical and I teach you what I do. I don't come here to teach theory. I don't come here to speak English. Like if you go through my sessions, you know that, oh, I got value from Abraham's session. So that is what you get under your gross and your net there. Then about interest. Interest to do what? Do you have any loans in your business that is running, that you service it every month? This is what is simply asking when you talk about interest. Or do you have something you are expecting? Maybe you have money in the bank, you put a fixed deposit and they're paying you commission of interest on it. Then capital, how much are you investing into this business thus far? The equity has to do with your main contribution is known as owner contribution. The revenue, what are the streams of revenue that is bringing money into your cost of production. You get it now? So the most because business is buying and selling. Expense, you use expense to produce. And when you say you expect to get income to come back, so that's what it means there. Then let's look at something he said here. He said balance sheet. Balance sheet shows a snapshot, because what I was talking about earlier on today. A balance sheet shows, let me bring my picture aside. Now maybe I'm looking at you negatively. So balance sheet shows a snapshot of what a company owns, assets, what a company owns, asset, and owns liability, meaning liability plus equity at a particular point in time. Liability are the things that you owe the third parties in your farm. Let's say you rent your machines for sewing. Those are liabilities. You are into, what do you rent again in business? But let's say you rent anything in your business. Those are your liabilities. Why for equity? Equity are those things you contribute to enable your business keep running for unforeseeable future. Why your asset are those things that you own, such as plant and machineries. So I'm using accounting jargons. Plant and machinery, meaning your asset you own in the business and every other thing. And this document conduct a financial health assessment of the company and helps measure the reduction in value and asset over a period of time. So your balance sheet shows everything in a glance to your investors. And this is purely accounting. Some of us here, what if you know you're not an accountant, I understand, but look for an accountant around you. So just play around it, or even go to Google, go to YouTube, type it, balance sheet, listen, watch, by the time you watch 3 videos, you will understand it. Let's move on. Then yeah, look at how it looks like. Your balance sheet, you can show it's in a current asset, cash and cash equivalent. What does this mean? It simply means cash in hand. What can you change to cash easily? Cash and cash equivalent. So let's say this person here, let me take my video down. This person in the first year have 16,740,000. Second year, all this now forms their cash and cash, meaning they can easily turn into cash. And your liability will always start from the easy things that are easily converted quickly. And then your asset, what are the things that can easily be converted quickly? They come from up to the things that are least to convert. That's why you see here, you see cash account equivalent. Account receivable simply means in accounting, what are the monetary value you are expecting from third parties in your business? That is what it means by account receivables. Then to inventories, what are the total stock inventory in your business? Are you into feed production? Are you into sewing? Are you into music? Are you into logistics? What are the things you have currently right now with you, or you intend to get, forms your inventory? Then as such, you now have your total. The current, non-current assets. These are things that are more than 12 months lifespan in your business, such as property. You see what amount is property, plant, and equipment. This is what it simply means there. Then now look at our total assets. And now got total liability and equity. You see, account payables. These are things that will happen on a short notice in your business. You can't owe somebody more than 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, 1 week, 2 days, 3 days, 1 hour in your business. These are things that put immediate pressure in your income. Those are account payables. Because some of us at times do borrow things in our business. Okay, let me sell and return the money for you. Those are your account payables. The total tax, remember I talked about your VAT, your tax payable, see it here now. Remember I talked about your tax, your PE, your pension, your VAT, your WHT, your educational tax. All these are various forms of taxes that is expected to be paid by your business as for in operation over a period of time. So you should be able to understand this part. The current liability, long-term loans. What are those money that you've gotten from banks, from friends and relations that I'm going to pay you in 6 months' time, I'm going to pay you in the next 2 months? It falls under there. Then I come to what? Shareholder equity, investment capital. Like in my farm now, I own about 70% of the share in my farm. I have investors in the farm there. So that is my own owner equity. Like the last time Elon Musk bought Twitter, although they are yet to finalize the deal in December this year. But what happened? How come you say he owns Twitter? Because he have most of the share capital to him because he bought them over. Let's now move to the next one as we begin to round up here for this session. Income statement. Income statement shows the financial performance, listing sales, expenditures. Also refer to profit and loss. Remember I said this in for that I'm going to show you my own in my farm. Refer to profit and loss account. It shows the profitability of the company because this is one of the most important documents in your business you must prepare. Because now I want to show you what we made in January, February, March, April, May, even up to June. So as for you as an individual, I know automatically that you automatically have interest. You automatically have interest in what? In my business. You automatically say, okay, fine, this guy business is valuable. So as such, let me at least you could see the traffic of how my business have been moving, how the business have been, I like call it like growing from there, good and fine. That is what they simply miss. That's what they are simply asking you. That is what your income statement simply represents. With your income statement, somebody can easily see and understand what it is you want to achieve. How together, please? Let's go on. This is what your income statement look like. You can see enterprise customers, standard customers, the total revenue. How much are you? So revenue means where are your money coming from? Let's say like my farm now, our stream of income is in different areas. We sell egg, we sell dump, we sell boilers, we do consulting, we do training. So it's expected for me to now come here and list everything. Egg, 100. So in your own business right now, as a tailor, you are into sewing of male and female clothes. That's a stream of income. You have people that come and do apprentice and train in your shop. That is another stream of income. You do consulting, people that call you, oh, please, what should I do about this thing? That's another stream of income. List it in that place. They want to know. Then your direct costs, what are the things that have to do with what? Expenses. That without these things, you can't produce what you are doing. That's what it means by what? A direct cost. Now move on to gross profit. Okay, good. You can see what I did in my own farm too is here. Salary, rent, utility, advertisement costs, administrative costs, maintenance, insurance, transportation, subscription, license. All these, you now need to remove them from what? Your gross profit that will now give you what? Your operational profit. Then you now get what? Your net profit. So these are things that you need to understand when it comes to paying your financials. I know you're not, most of us may not be accountants. I'm able to flow this because I'm an accountant by profession. But as such, please take time to go through all these things. Investors want to see all these things in you. Then let's look at your cash flow. Your cash flow, remember I said this thing about your cash flow shows the what? Your cash flow shows the liquidity of the company. It tracks all movement of in and out of cash in your company. This now, we're talking about your sales days book, your purchasing book. Your in account, we have cash book and bank reconciliation statement known as your bank reconciliation of every month. So your cash book, your cash flow statement shows how much you make every day in your business, how much come in, how much do you sell on credit. Then the other one now comes in again, your expenses. How much did you spend today in buying fuel to produce that thing you want to do? How much do you spend, if you're to break it down right now, what is the cost of everything that it costs you to produce that particular thing? This is what it means this time around about your cash flow. You should be able to track the expenses in your farm, in your business. If I keep saying farm because I have a poultry farm. So you should be able to track what exactly is the expenses that are coming in and out from your business on a daily basis, which will now form your monthly bank and cash reconciliation. With this, you cannot be able to prepare what they what we call management report. That will now helping you prepare what your annual tax audit, which should be done by what? Your external auditors. Then they will now end up forming an audit opinion, send it and prepared based on the information given to them of the expenses you record every month in your business. Today, we bought this and we sold it to people. We bought this for 100 naira and we sold it for 120. Then what happens? You write the expense down today. Say tomorrow you bought this for 50 euro, for 50 naira. And what happens? You write it down. Let's say all expenses can be tracked on a daily basis. You write it down. The income tracked, the expense tracked. This is what your cash flow say, and it represents. Then after that, we look at what he said there. Revenue is vanity. Profit is sanity. Cash is king. I like this. Revenue is vanity, meaning it comes and goes. For example, I have big revenue. Money is coming. Boom, it's gone. Profit is sanity. It makes you cool. Okay, you're being the cool. You do go down. You now buga come up. Yes, because what? You're having what? Profit. Then cash make you feel, yes, I'm the boss. You know what? That guy on that table, give him one dumpiro. I just made profit in my business. That's what it means. So with cash, your business is going well, on track and everything. Then I think for the first is about your ego. The second is about the reason you are most likely in business. And the third is what keeps the door open. Cash will always attract more products if only you are creative in your value chain. The cash flow statement is the most grounded in reality. In business, as much as you keep and as much money is in the bank after converting cost matters more than anything. So your cash flow statement is the cocoa inside the cocoa room, because everybody seeing your cash flow statement knows the traffic you are getting in your business from time to time. These are what you should look at. They will now be looking at what the best practice, as he said. Start small. I understand you might be thinking, how do I cope in all these things he just said? Damn, I don't know what to do. Please, I'm doing it for 9 years, so I understand these things. So it's a step. This is why we begin to see things like co-founders. You collaborate, but it's just so painful in Africa. We don't do collaboration. Everyone to become the CEO. Let me get them. No. The thing that I teach in my coaching sessions, know your strength. Know your capacity. Are you a head or are you a tail? Do you have capacity for you to start things easily? Then get people. Are you a starter or are you a finisher? If you're a starter, get people that are finishers. If you're a finisher, get people that are starters in your business ecosystem. Use online accounting system. Like in my own farm, in my business, we use Sage. But what do we now do? I ensure people use Google form. That's why I show you the Google form real time. So that putting it, my accountant is able to pick it and post it into the accounting books. Then get an accounting consultant like me. Call me, chat me up on my WhatsApp number. I will be there for you to show you love in accounting. But come, let me tell you something. Let me whisper. You will pay. This is free, but that one we'll talk about price. Don't be afraid. I'll cool down for you. So you get an accountant. I know some of you are accountants, do it yourself. Some of you are dating accountants. Please pay them. Don't say, thank God, Chidima an accountant. Thank God, Musa is an accountant. Man, I like that guy. No. Don't go and touch their head. Don't go and rub their head. They should do it for you. No. Pay them for what they are doing. But without an accountant, anyone around you, please get someone who you can give a consideration to, a piece of money, an amount to help you do these things. And then build the habit of paying your tax. Like in my second company, we have a tax habit of about 200,000. I know, hey, coach, don't they pay? Yes, coach, don't they pay? Because business was not coming to the company. But the Nigerian law states that every business that is below 25 million should not file for VAT. But that law now came and said, we understand you are not making money, but just file nil every month. So that nil I'm not filing in my business. I'm paying 5K every month for the past 2 years. I don't forget that business was there. I don't remember the business because the business was just coming. The cleaning company, we're using it for, we're using other accounts. and I left that other account there. So that was error I made, because the way I teach you practical. I don't come and make you feel like better pass. You know, everybody the hustle. Me I the hustle, you the hustle. Obama the hustle. And what is US president? Joe Biden the hustle. Putin the hustle. Russia, what this guy name? Zelensky the hustle. Buhari the hustle. Everybody is hustling. It's just the hustle is different. So that's why I say, okay, you know what? I'm an accountant, I'm a doctor, I'm a conductor, I'm a tax collector. Everybody the hustle is hustle. So pay your tax as you're hustling. Like where I am right now, this is my TROP. You can't do anything. See, this is started your tax like this. Like this. Not like Nigerian say you don't go pay tax. Yeah, you will pay tax, property, everything, you pay all the tax. So I believe with this, I have not been able to confuse you. I've been able to give you clarity. Remember, as I said, Eric said something, said, if you think you can or you cannot, either way you are correct. Whether you win this money, you don't win this money, please, don't give up. When you were starting your business, you know something called Elumelu. And even after giving you this money, if you win this money today, let me tell you, you still have to hustle. So please focus on the knowledge you are getting. If you win, bravo. But you need to send me 2K. If you win, 2K, you must send. If you don't send me 2,000 naira, I'm not talking about dollar, 2,000, urgent 2K. If you don't send me, I know where you are. I'll come and look for you. So thank you so very much for your time. Please remember to subscribe for my channel. I'm begging you. Just click. It costs you nothing. Don't start feeling big boy for me or big girl. Me, I'm a small boy. Just click there. I love you so very much. And no, I don't love you. I like you. My wife here, she'll beat me. She'll just cut my head. You are loving them. I appreciate you. Elumelu way. And I love you in the TF Connect channel. Bye.